up for this call tonight. Look at all these awesome people. I thank you so much. Alicia, look at you. You're somewhere and you've got your camera on. That blesses me so much when people do that. Just FYI, I know I always say that. So I know some people can't put their camera on, and believe me, I'm a humongous offender of it. But when people do, even when it's a crazy night, it really blesses me. I love seeing your faces and what you guys are up to in your life. Gosh, guys, I am so fired up. I mean, I can't even describe to you what is going on. We are going to get started here in just 1 minute. I know I see the people are firing up here. This is going to be awesome. This is going to be absolutely so fun because Lauren last week, guys, drop in the chat if you agree with me. She killed it. I mean, honestly, that's it. Listen to the recording. We're good. You can build a humongous business just with what she shared. It was so much freaking awesome. I know I've listened to the recording twice already. I know I took some great notes. Her verbiage is amazing. But here's the thing that people want to ask me, like, oh, I don't know what to say. Sometimes it's not so much what you say. If you go back and listen to Lauren's recording, it's not so much what she says, it's how she says it. And confidence is acquired. It's a muscle that you flex. And Lauren, you've got great confidence muscles, and it's impressive. So without further ado, I'm going to give you guys some serious shout outs. So let me just discuss. Dreamers, what is happening? Top enrollers. Guys, let's just give a shout out to Laura Laurie. Every week, our girl is at the very top of this leaderboard. Clap for her. Give her some shout out in the chat, Laura Laurie. But listen, OGs, stop it. Keisa Maxwell, Jenny Thompson, and Krista Michael. You're all tied. You literally are the top enrollers, and these women are showing up week after week, and I want to just honor you. Sherry Malanga, Kimberly Howe, M. Sutherland, and Amber Koppenhafer, also top enrollers. Terry Plucker, Crystal Manager, one of the pinnacle roles in this company. And are you kidding me? Are you Nicole Johnson's mom? Is that what I'm getting? Breaking news? How awesome is that? And Stephanie Dunn, I know this is a huge week for you. You're pushing for 1 star. But guys, if I'm really being honest, you're all super impressive. But I have to say, it's no surprise. The momentum that your team is in, no surprise, because you know what they say, that the speed of the leader is the speed of the pack. And it is no surprise because I pulled up a graphic today, and the #1 leader in action, not just in her region, but in the United States of America, is your leader, Lauren Frierson. So Lauren, the #1 American United States leader, not #2, not #10, to be number 100 in this company would be a big deal. She's #1, single uno. So freaking proud of you. And it's no wonder that your team is on fire. Recognizing top enrollers on the Team Win, the Hideaway, Harula Rotondi, about to open. Harula, if you visit Wildwood, New Jersey, Harula has got Greek restaurant. It is just ridiculous, the food that they have there at the hot spot. Harula's running this massive enterprise, and she's killing it in Isogenics. Speaking of restaurant owners at the Jersey Shore, Liz Tracy, I hope you're on, Liz, because Liz owns one of the most iconic bars. Almost everyone I know met their either a longtime relationship or a husband or a wife or a partner at her bar. Kim Moms was smiling because she may be one of them. The Princeton, Liz Tracy. Vanessa Gregerson, brand new, enrolled on Saturday on the top enrollers list. Kristen Boquist, Beth Dibble, Katie Coleman, Deanna Lautner, Jamie Carey, Donna Gregg, Danielle Verwey, our Peloton representative, Erica Rothenberger, Jackie Kirby, Katie Flanagan, Aaron O'Leary, and Sharice Alexander. Rank advancements, Crystal Manager Sally Gordon and Kara Flading, Team Atlanta. And manager Daniela Barrett. Watch out for that one in Texas. Fire. That's all I'm going to say, guys. Fire. 5 alarm. So I am so excited because what we've done, and clearly, guys, do you feel like, if you feel like what we're doing on these Monday night calls, what we're doing with duplication is working, drop a 1 in the chat. Because I'm sort of excited. If I look a little tired, it's not the collagen. It's the fact that it's hard to sleep when you guys are making this so much fun. You're creating this impact. You're creating duplication. Gosh, it blesses my heart. And we're going to talk about that. So last week, Lauren talked about connecting, what to say. Here in Pennsylvania today was an unbelievable, it's the first week of spring, and it was unbelievable weather. And with that, it feels like a brand new notebook kind of day. It feels like a black, beautiful ink pen kind of day, fresh start. And so the first thing that I want to talk about, guys, is I want us all to commit. And you listen to what I'm going to tell you, but if you commit to this, I want you to put a 2 in the chat. But I want to commit as a team. If you're Laura Laurie, the top enroller for however many weeks out of every year in the last however many years, or if you're brand new, if you're on this call, I want you to commit that we're going to make a brand new list. Because a lot of us are trying to track down people. If you've ever heard me train and say, we're not doing CPR at the morgue. Some people, it's not their time right now. But I want to talk about what we're trying to do with making a new list. And I'm going to drop a 2 because I'm committing to making a new list. Because honestly, guys, there's a lot of really low-hanging fruit, really smart people who'd kill this, who'd love this, that I have been so focused on a singular list. I've been so focused on, there's a woman named Claudia. How does she not have had me brought up on charges? Because I've written her so many times. It's not her time. I have to let her, Claudia, go because I'm missing out on all these amazing people. So I want to talk to you first about really seriously going back to a list. The best way that I find to make a list is I really get clear on who I'm looking for. And you've heard me probably train on this before, but I want to talk to you about it again. And I want you to just commit to hearing it like you've never heard me say it before. And I want you to digest it because I don't know about you. I still want to grow more. As much growth as we're in, I still want to grow more. I want to see Lauren in the top spot for America next month. I want to see all of you who are on this leaderboard continue to be there. And we've got room at the top for you. So hearing this for the first time, we're going to go back and I'm going to make the qualities that I'm looking for. You've heard me say it a lot of times. Guys, I say it because I do it because it works. I'm looking for certain people. So I'm writing down today. Write it down with me. If you're taking notes, I see a lot of you brilliant geniuses. Anna, Linda, you're taking notes. Today, I allow myself to attract people who are. And I want you to just take a minute and think about, who are you looking for? I always have core adjectives. I'm looking for people a lot like the people we already have, guys. So I look at the people we already have or leaders I admire. And I go, okay, what do the people that I really admire, the growing leaders on a team, what do they have in common? They're coachable. I always have coachable on my list. I want coachable people. If you want to go recreate the wheel, you won't enjoy working with me because we have a system that works. And if you don't use it, I get confused. So I don't want to work with people who aren't coachable. I want to work with coachable. I like people with influence. Influence is a magical quality in people that isn't easy to teach, right? I believe you. You have authenticity. You have relevance in your network. People hear what you say and they want to do what you're doing. That's influence. I look for people who are coachable, influential. I look for people that say, if you can do it, I can do it. Get out of my way, kind of determination. I look for people who say, show me what to do and I will go do it. Undeterrable. And so think about who you like. I like people that make me laugh. I like people who really get jazzed up about impact. Frankly, I like people who aren't ashamed of money. So those are the kind of people that I write down. And people go, how do you find these amazing people? Guys, you get what you expect. I write that down. People come into my mind, or I happen to create relationships with people. And when I really start getting to know them, I think, wow, I think I literally wrote a list about you earlier today. And honestly, for anybody who doesn't believe that, give me a week. Give me a week of your full confidence in doing this. Just surrender to the process and truly get clear about that list. And honestly, I want you to put down really people who are scary, because if you admire them and respect them, they're on your list. But some of those people that are incredible, literally, it's hard to reach out to them. Let me be honest. It's hard to reach out to those people, and I get it. Would I necessarily have reached out to Ashley DeChico? Would I have been super intimidated to reach out to a Denise Wiggins? Would I have been like, oh my gosh, there's no way I'm reaching out directly to Alicia Davis? Heck no. I would have been intimidated. But guys, they're on this call. Do you see that? Because honestly, what we have is a gift. That's an energy. When I was listening to Lauren's call last week, when I was listening to the replay again, and I was hearing these words that she said, they're good words. Don't get me wrong. They're really, really strong, powerful words. But the way that she says them exudes a confidence, an expectancy. And don't be intimidated. We started together. I know what we both used to sound like. We didn't just drop into this company with that magic, with that confidence, with that expectancy. Guess what? We practice. We made some crazy, I'll speak for myself, but Lauren and I have laughed many times about both of our little just human gas. People blocked us. Tons of people laughed at us. People like were mean to us. Honestly, I can remember one instance where I called Lauren. I was like crying. Someone was so mean to me. Honestly, here's the thing. I looked when I was trying to pay my mortgage the other day, and I looked for her name, the girl that was mean to me, on like one of the options of the ways to pay it. It did not appear. And my point to you in telling you that is, guys, unless someone pays your bills, unless they truly sprinkle joy into your family, unless they're directly responsible for the health and wellness of the people you love the most, they might be nice people, but their opinions don't matter, especially now. We have a hold of something so special. Both of our teams are literally being pointed to and looked at by this company. Top leaders are reaching out to both of us going, tell me what your team is doing. What's happening? What are you guys doing? They're saying, can I copy what you're up to? So the list, if you put a 2, are you committed? Are you committed to making this new list and thinking about the people? I want to tell you, and I talked about Claudia, and I've reached out to her a lot of times, and she's a wonderful woman. I've right now, I've been too focused on one person. One person, guys, is not going to change your business. I'm going to promise you right now, if you're relying on that one person, you get too emotionally attached to them, you got to walk away because they're blocking your energy from someone who could be great. And in this case, Claudia, lovely woman, blocking my energy. But I want to tell you what changed my business. And I'm looking around as I page through, and I'm just seeing these people who changed my business, who I followed up with a ton of times. And so many different stories that I could tell you about. One story that some people have heard, we've got Kristen Yerger. And Kristen Yerger, my husband is her son's godfather. Her husband was in my wedding. Their families probably our greatest friends. And Kristen Yerger returned her system. She was doing Beachbody. It was a coach. And at the time was like, I think Beachbody is better. Well, guys, I didn't give up on that relationship. I loved Kristen regardless of Isagenix. But I will tell you, she came back and she's killing it in the business. She's building an amazing team. And she came back and she now became this massive fan of Isagenix. Not giving up on people is something that built my business, but following up is a game changer. So here's what happened. Somebody was telling me a story today about someone that they had talked to, and then it wasn't the right timing. And the woman would have enrolled with another top leader in this company, except for the girl followed up. And she said, you know what? Thank you so much for following up, because the other person that I had talked to never followed up with me. I'm going to get started with you. And they're an absolute rock star. And so follow up is the key, because if you guys enrolled in Isagenix the first time you heard the word Isagenix, your first exposure, if you enrolled in Isagenix, on your first exposure, I want you to drop a me. Just type me. First exposure ever. And I'm going to guess the chat's quiet. Susan Davis and Laura Laurie, first exposure. Like you never heard the word Isagenix before, you never heard about it from anyone else. So there's, just for a reference point, there's almost 70 people on the call. There's a couple people that did enroll on their very first exposure. Most people, if it took a couple of times, I talked to a bunch of you a couple times, so I know, drop a 3 in the chat. If it took you more than one time, more than one follow-up. Katie McGilroy saying it took 6 weeks. There's a lot of 3s, a lot more 3s than there are me's, because guys, most people, we got a couple of outliers there, but Kim Malmstrom, who I'm about to bring on, I'm so proud of Kim and her unbelievably growing team. But I'm so glad that Kim just dropped in here, that she watched for 3.5 years, because I want you to hear the Kim story. And in this case, it's one of complete and total victory. So Kim, come off mute for me, if you will. And just to give a quick just introduction to Kim, just in the Isagenix business. She has been the depth. I talked about her at NYKO. So Kim will tell a little of her story, but I want to tell you that she is an unbelievable leader developer. And she's not limited to just her own team. She's someone who pours into our entire organization. She cares deeply about this company, and people are beginning to recognize that she is a truly great leader developer. So Kim, thank you for joining us. I'd love you just to start by just kind of sharing your story of how the exposure that you had to Isagenix.
How I got started. So thank you so much for having me. Hi, everybody. So what's so funny is I knew Jessica through our nonprofit that I run. I think probably about a year before she even started Isagenix. And I watched her get started. I watched her have amazing transformations. She and her friends, I kept saying to my sisters, look what they're doing. They seem to be growing a team. They're having great transformations. They keep looking better and better. And they said, Jessica has the whole market saturated. You'll never be able to do what they did. You had to get in the beginning. And I pushed it off. And I watched and I waited 3.5 years. I never commented. I never liked anything. But my husband was downsized from his job. AstraZeneca did a lot of downsizing. And he got that call. And with 4 children, at the time, twins that were going into their senior year of high school with college looming, I said I either have to go back to teaching, which meant going back and getting more education and getting my credits to get back my teaching certification, or I had to go out and get a job. But I really wanted to be there for the kids. And I wanted to be there for the nonprofit. And so I called, or I guess I messaged Jessica and I said, all right, how do I start the business? And she's like, call me right now. So, fast forward, will be 4 years this April, which is so exciting, and coming upon 4,000 people almost. I think there's maybe 30 people left before I hit my 4 years. So that's my goal. But what, we've learned over this whole time, but what we started with was, to be able to save the house, and, allow the kids to go to school. That was my initial goal. Jessica kind of asked, what's your goal? And I'm like, I need to be able to pay the mortgage and I need to be able to pay healthcare. That was my goal when we started. And it was all about me. And I think what's changed over the years is it's not about me as much, because now I can pay the mortgage and I was able to keep the lights on and pay college tuitions when my kids didn't get their summer internships last summer, or the 6-month co-op, never really happened because of everything going on, that I was able to pay those college tuitions. And, that now my goal is college tuitions times 3. So my kids don't come out with a house mortgage. But, when the water heater broke, I was able to pay that bill, all those fun things. But now what's so exciting is being able to help others do the same. So, really reaching in and lifting up others. And that's kind of why we're all here, is to leave others better than we found them. So Jessica did that for me, because she's been my shining light, even when I don't necessarily believe in myself all the time. She, smacks me across the head and says, keep on going. But what's, so amazing for us is that it's been such a blessing, because it's blessed us financially. And now it's so exciting to see it bless other families.
We'll do a call on duplication, but I just want to tell you guys about, if you want to build a business that pays your family for generations to come, that's strong, that's dependable, you create duplication in your business. If you want to make a lot of money, you could chase cycles, you could be a sponsor monster, enroll a lot of people. If you want to create a lasting income that sends twins to college without debt, that allows you, when life happens, to be able to just have a comeback, recover, no big deal. Write a check. It's all good, because I know that I have this lasting business. You create duplication. And so, just to honor Kim, if you heard me talk in NYKO, you have a little bit of privy to this, but Kim gets enrolled. She enrolls a woman named Jackie Kirby. Kim goes executive. She brings Jackie Kirby to executive. Jackie Kirby enrolls a woman who went to executive. That woman enrolled a woman named Katie Flanagan. A lot of people saw Katie Flanagan on the Fiji trip, top leader in action. Katie Flanagan went to executive. Katie Flanagan enrolls Dr. Erin O'Leary. She goes executive. There is this deep bench of duplication happening. I see people from their team that will be announcing as executives shortly, but they're focused on that. Do you guys know what that does to volume for your business? And we'll talk about that. I'll do a whole call on the numbers of this. 31. So if I just enrolled Janelle Kelly and I brought her to executive, I enroll one person, right? Getting someone to executive brings 31 new people into your business. 31. Is it hard to enroll 31 people? Would that take you longer? It's easier to enroll one, right? It's easier to enroll one than 31. What's amazing is that when Janelle gets to executive, you have 31 opportunities to create more executives. And that's what you've done, Kim. So I just want to honor what an enormous, if she gets it, she's coachable, she creates duplication. And so Kim, you and I were talking today about the systems, about follow-up. And so I'm going to change the screen and I'm going to just show you. You know what, Laura, can you give me a co-host if possible? And I should ask you that earlier. I'm sorry. I'm going to, if I can.
I don't know if you, I don't think you need to be able to do it. I don't have that setting off. But I did.
Disabled participant screen sharing, it says. You're the host. Okay. All right. So take a look at this. If you guys can see my screen, do you guys all see that? The 3-step collagen conversation. And so Kim and I were talking about this. The reason that Kim and her team are enrolling so many people, the reason that we're seeing so much growth is we've made enrolling people really simple. If you prefer to make it complicated, that's your business. But I like simple and it's working. I think I enrolled 103 people from January 1st until now. It's working. I'm telling you, this is what I'm doing. So Kim, let's role play real quick and just let's talk about it. So, you maybe you saw my post or.
So Jess, I saw your picture. Oh my goodness, your eyelashes are amazing. What are you doing?
Kim, thank you so much, first of all, for that compliment. You've got to check out this product, this unbelievable product. I can't even believe it. Game changer. Amazing. I'm talking in hyperbole, guys, because I don't need to get into all the detail. Kim, it's amazing. I am dropping right here. Here is a link to our Facebook page and our collagen community. Not only am I putting the link, guys, I'm edifying why I want Kim to click on it right now. So I'm saying, Kim, here is the link to this amazing Facebook page. You have got to check out. You are going to flip when you see a couple of these people. Check out the woman who looks just like your sister, and the science is going to absolutely, you're going to lose your mind because I know you're into science.
Oh my goodness. I'm already in here, Jess, and I see Janelle. So what do I have? What is this stuff? Like, do you drink it?
So guys, sidebar, that this is just me telling you, I promise you, I don't want to be a doctor of collagen, and I don't want you to be either. And if you want to grow the people that you're getting started, you can't let them think that you're a genius. I know Lauren could probably explain collagen upside down, but she uses the tools because that's what duplicates. Network marketing, it's not what you can do. You're a genius. Of course you can explain it. It's not what you can do, it's what you can duplicate. So Kim, I'm so glad you asked. I'm dropping this 3-minute video. You've got to check it out. It's closed captioned. She hits every mark. I love it. She answers every question I ever had. You're going to love it. Click to play this. And it's even closed captioned. So if you can't hear it or put the volume on, closed captioned. And so the third thing I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to preempt her asking. And here's what I know that sometimes we're not using this third step, because people will submit posts to our collagen Facebook page, which we're approving. So I see them, or I see comments from people going, how do I order? Guys, if people are excited about this, if they watch the video, they're excited. But what I want you to do as the third step in the collagen conversation is I want you to say, Kim, let me know if you're ready to order, because I will get you a link to a cart that you can just check out and grab wholesale pricing, grab the best pricing. It's a 3-step conversation. And Kim, I know that you're using this. And so what have you found with this?
I love it because the video is answering all the questions that they would have had. And like you said, I can give this to someone brand new and say, this is what you need to do. Send the link, don't add them, just send the link, let them invite themselves to the page, send that 3-minute video. But as you said, that third step, I think, is super important, setting them up for success and saying, I'm going to get you the very best pricing, because then everyone can do it. And that's what we found. It's exciting to see some brand new people. And I even just saw Vanessa on the line here, just starting, and she's able to duplicate this. And, now her team is now becoming associate and sending the same thing out so that their people can do it.
So Kim, I am going to send you a link. And so one of the things that Kim and I talked about today was here's what happens. If you get started, when we just did nutrition, let's say that you started on a 30-day system. I did. Guess what? I started Barb Kernan. I told Denise. I told all the people who started with me initially, guess what pack? 30-day. Because you start with people with what you know. And so guys, if I can tell you one thing to change not only your people's results, but your business, it's to be very clear on what system we share. And so Kim, talk about that if you don't mind, just what you share in terms of collagen.
So we were talking about this today because I'm seeing lots of different things coming up, but the best thing you can do is set your people up with success is the 60 bottle. And the reason for that is they can start with 2 a day. It's giving them the best price per bottle. If you figured out this 60-day pack or the 6-pack, actually I did 2 a day at the beginning. So you have 6 boxes is $3. I figured it out today, $3.40 a bottle, a cup of coffee. 4-pack, you go up to $3.80 a bottle. So it's more expensive. And then some people even went in and said, oh, my person just wanted a 30-day. So they looked up the 30-day, it's $4 a bottle. You're not saving any money. So what we've been doing is the 6-pack, because it's the best value. With Lifestyle Rewards, it's $203, but they're getting 2 full boxes more for, what is it, $50 more? It would have cost them $80 to buy that. People love this. They get started, they're 10 days in and they're like, oh my gosh, I need to order more because I don't want to get rid of everything because of the shipping. I want to make sure I have some in stock. And they're turning around and ordering more right away. If you only give them 30 bottles, they're paying $119 for 30 bottles. It's not a deal. So really setting your people up for success, giving them the best price, I think is the best way to do it. Setting them up on Lifestyle Rewards so they're getting that extra 5% discount is huge. And letting them know that you're putting a placeholder in there, I think is important as well. We were talking about that, when you're sending the card, to say, hey, there's a placeholder in here. It gives you the very best pricing and you have full control of that once you finish the pack.
Okay, so I love what Kim is saying. And so you might be asking, okay, well, what do I do? Okay, here's what I want to tell you. There is an energy around sharing. I don't even offer any other packs. I just say to people, everyone starts with the Afterglow bundle. It's 6 boxes of 10 vials. If you double dose, many people want a mega dose in the first 30 days. You don't have to, but that would be a 30-day supply. If you don't want to, it's a 60-day supply. Everyone starts that way. And that's true. I haven't started anyone on anything else, not one other thing. So if I'm following this track, right, where I said to Kim, let me know when you're ready for your cart. And here's what I'm going to do. Kim's going to be like, yes, guys, most people, when they see the Facebook page and they get in there right away, you know how interested someone is. They click on that, you get them the video and you let them know, hey, if you're ready to order, I'll send you a cart. It'll be all ready for you to check out. It'll have you set up for the best pricing. And I honestly create that FOMO in them and say, like, you will love it. You've got to continue to be telling them why they don't want to miss out, what's in it for them. You will love it. Let me know when you're ready to order. I assume that you're ready to order. So when I send her a link, I only really send out 1 cart. I only have 1 cart made. And I'm going to tell you a couple of best practices of things that I've learned. Kim and I talked about this. She shared some learning. So I'm going to give you back a couple of them. One is it's an Afterglow bundle. I send a cart that is an Afterglow bundle, set up with Lifestyle Rewards, and don't make the mistake I made. Lifestyle Rewards should have a beauty bundle in it. Holly Kirsch, amen. Can we get an amen? Listen, this was so short-sighted of me and I regret it. I had one box of collagen as a placeholder for people. And here's what happened. Despite the company reminding them, despite me and the Penny app reminding them, they didn't change it. And instead of being disappointed that a Lifestyle Rewards order showed up, they were disappointed it was only one box when they would have enjoyed 4 boxes. So Holly and I have both had that experience. Trust me. I send Kim the cart, and here's what I do. I don't just send a cart out to the great abyss. If you've ever sent a cart to someone and they didn't complete it, raise your hand, because I've been there and it caused me distrust in carts. But now I'm not taking your order. I love you. This is not Burger King. I will send you a cart. You can get your own, you complete your own. And so what I will tell you is what will ensure cart conversion is I'm going to send you the cart, Kim, and then I'm immediately going to send you a voice memo. Sometimes I'll type it. Most times I'm sending you a voice memo and I'm telling you what it is. The people that aren't converting in your carts, they don't understand it because they don't understand what Lifestyle Rewards is. So I'm saying, Kim, that link, when you click on it, I want to tell you, it is an Afterglow bundle. It's $203. It is the #1 system. People are killing it. They're loving it. It is 6 boxes of 10 vials each. And you'll see that the way I set you up to get you the best, most advantageous pricing is it's set up like a subscribe and save, but it's way better because unlike subscribe and save, while it gives you the best pricing now and in the future, you can change it and manipulate it to be whatever you want or cancel it. You can literally chat in 10 seconds, you can cancel it. But this is how we set people up for the greatest advantage. And so I send that message. And then if you listen to Dr. Delray Messer, our great friend's call, what she said, and I've started to incorporate and I love, is I say to them, Kim, when you start this cart, the system notifies me that you got started. I'll know if I'll be here if you need it. If you have any questions, it also notifies me when you complete it and you're finalized your order. I will send you a note once you're done because I want to get you some information and I want to grab your address. And so that's the cadence. Guys, carts convert. I promise you they convert. But guess what else the system does? It duplicates. So that not only do we set your person up for success, they set their people up for success. Why am I so passionate about Afterglow bundles? Like I want to cry when I see a $10 PIB in the back office. Yes, it doubles, but come on. I want to just tell you a few reasons. One is when people start loving this, when you start looking like Ann White a couple days in, guess what? You say to your neighbor, I'll give you one. Well, if you only had 4 boxes and you give them one, and God bless our company is trying to get the people their product faster, but people run out. And what does that do to your momentum and excitement? Kind of put some water on it. It gets a little colder. But guys, if you instead get them in abundance, they can still give one to the mail lady. They'll give one to their husband. They'll give one to their best friend, their mom, their sister. And guys, what does it do when you're able to give one out to people? They'll give one to the barista, for goodness sake. I'll go through a drive-in and hand it to someone if I have a plethora of inventory. But if I'm tight, I'm not even talking about it because never out. So I want to encourage you. The Afterglow bundle also gets people paid. Double dosing, mega dosing is the real deal. You don't have to do it. Does the company endorse it? No, I mean, they're not going to tell you that to take 2, but let me tell you, the people that I see that are mega dosing are getting amazing results. Guess what they want to do? They go, I noticed this. It's amplified. I want to start telling people right away. I cannot believe it. And so here's what I know is that just like in nutrition, you remember early on, if you were on the nutrition system and early days, you started noticing a lean out, you started noticing less bloat, more energy. And it was early days. They used to say day 5 was such an important day in the nutrition because people started lighting up on day 5. Well, day 5 is soon enough, close enough to day T-1, the day when you know how bad you felt. And so if I can tell you, when people go, oh my gosh, my dry hands, when Adrienne McGovern showed me, like, look at this resolution of this challenge that I had with my skin, and it was early days, how excited was she? early days. And so guys, the faster we can get people this magic, this light up to go, whoa, the more excited that they are. And I want to also tell you that so much of what people experience, there's this concept of things being psychosomatic, right? There's this concept of a placebo effect. In no way am I suggesting that our collagen is either of those things. But I will say to you that the energy that your team, your downline, your crossline, anyone who comes into contact with you, the energy that they feel, the emotion they attach to something, guys, it starts with you. If you're having a lot of people pissed off about shipping, I want you to look in the mirror and go, is it me? If you're bitching to your downline, shame on you. This company is killing themselves, bending over backwards. If I ordered from Pottery Barn and got a table in 3 weeks, I'd go nude down to the corner and be like, this is unbelievable. This can't be happening. You would never expect that. And guys, they're doing everything that they possibly can. So guess what? My energy around it is, this is amazing. You're going to love it. It's worth the wait. The languaging around it is completely different, but I hear people like, oh, this is the company's fault. This is so ridiculous. Are you crazy? Are you trying to stagnate your business? Are you trying to affect the team? Knock it off. Are you crazy to complain to your downline like that? Because I promise you, I haven't had customer complaints. I'm setting expectations. My energy is one of full gratitude. And I'm surrounding myself with people like Ann White, who I wake up to a voice text from her saying how grateful she is, how excited she is, saying kind things. Surround yourself with those kinds of people and watch your energy change. It's not that serious. If your collagen comes on today, tomorrow, next week, you'll be okay. Your team will be okay. But I promise you, if your energy shifts straight into gratitude, that Kathy Coover can't sleep at night because she's on calls with logistics companies trying to figure out, putting her own money. You guys understand the millions of dollars didn't come from Isagenix corporate. You know, it came from the Coovers and the board, Jim and Tammy Pierce. That's out of their own bank account to kill it. And so forgive me if my feelings get hurt when I hear people saying anything negative, because not only does it stagnate your business, it not only does it infect your team, but honestly, it's not even true. And I want to promise you, there are people that are going to be blown away by these products, and your energy is going to help light that fire for them. I promise you. If you see it in your team, this is what you need to do. You got to stamp it out. It's literally like an ember burning that can get out of control. You got to stamp it out. You got to get them back into gratitude. And if you've ever gotten tough love from me, and listen, Kim talked about, I'll give her tough love. You know why? Put emphasis on love, because I look at her and I go, this is a woman who could be a top leader in our company. She already is a rising star. She's epic. And so if I'm telling her something, I know you don't put a huge emphasis on tough, because I hope that all your emphasis is on love. And I'm telling you guys this about the shipping, about your energy, about how you talk to your teams. God forbid if I hear anybody talking to their downline negative. One thing I've always learned from Lauren is she always went up. She always, if she had a challenge, she wouldn't talk to me. She's not going to infect Crossline. She's going straight up to Janny Elo, who mentored us, and saying, Janny, whatever. And Janny would praise her. And she'd go, Lauren, thank you for coming to me. Thank you for not complaining to your team. You are insane if you're complaining down. I love you. And this is in love. It's tough love, emphasis on love, but it's still, you're insane. You're going to infect your own downline. You're going to infect Crossline. Guess what? The energy of our entire community, both of these teams, feeds on each other. If you haven't seen that as a clue, what's happening every week, I'm hoarse from reading all of the recognition, celebrating all of you. That's an energy. It's bouncing off of each other. And we are going to get more of what we put out there. Be the person who lifts this company up, who lifts up the downline, who encourages Crossline, who puts value out into the world. Be that. Let's get all of that back, because honestly, there are a lot of spots in the top 200 income earners, in the top 20 leaders in action globally that we don't have. And I think they're available. They're available to the dreamers. They're available to Team Win. Why not you? Why not you? And I want to tell you, this is the time to step in. If you've made a fresh list, if you're committing to follow up with people who could be amazing, I promise you the people that you think that have too much money, not enough time, aren't interested, have something better, I promise you that 2020 created a pivot for a lot of people Maybe you would have said that in 2019. 2020 made a change, and they're looking for something, and they're going to find it. They're going to find it with someone. And I pray it's you. I pray you bring them into this community because we have something special. We have something different. It starts with being coachable, following these systems. It's simple. If you listen to Lauren's call from last week, she had so much gold. It's why she's the #1 leader in action in America. I just can't even believe it. I can't get done talking about her. #1 in America. But you know what? She does the same thing. Repeat, repeat, repeat. She gets out of bed hungry for change. She literally calls me crying because Stephanie Dunn's going to hit 1 star. She gets so fired up about what Krista Michael's doing, about Laura Laurie, about Keisa Maxwell. She wants it so badly for other people. She's teaching this. She literally gets emotional talking about it. Guys, I want you to literally, they used to say, cry for your why. Honestly, I want you to cry some days because your team is literally going to get emotional on a Monday when they see their pay. People are going to be impacted. And if you're committed, to it, guys, the sky is the limit. The runway is open. There are a lot of teams that are sleeping on college and not us. Not us. Why do you think the Cougars are willing to do a call for us? Why do you think we have all these leaders calling us to tell us about the shipping updates? It's because we are ready to go to the next level, and the company is going to clear the runway. And for you, for people like you, Stephanie Pascavage and Stephanie Dunn and Carrie Sweeney and Tony, Ashley, they're going to clear the runway for you. And I promise you this, stick to it, pedal down right now. Pedal down. You're this close to massive success. You're this close. Leader in action formula. That is the key. We're finding it. But it's literally just the simple things repeated over and over again. I remember Zach Slobin telling me he fell in love with the mundane. He just kept doing the same things. Wash, rinse, repeat. Wash, rinse, repeat. It's not mundane or boring though, guys, when you're changing people's lives. When you're literally looking at people and going, you are changing your life, Kim Momstrom. You're changing so many people's lives. Impact and income. You've harnessed influence to create impact and income. Go out to people, let them know I have a hold of a game-changing opportunity. And you know what? If they don't write you back, let them know. I want to make sure you got my message. If I'm following with people, I say, hey, listen, at the risk of being a pest, I just want to make sure that message came through. I think you'd be amazing. Bring it back to what's in it for them, always. If your follow-up is what's in it for them, bringing it back to why they're awesome, it will always win. So the follow-up to them is, hey, you would crush it. I can't stop thinking about it. That post that you posted about your fabulous earrings, everybody and their brother asking for a link, your influence is incredible. I can't stop thinking about how amazing you'd be at what I do. And guys, until they curse at me, I probably don't take them off my list, but I am telling you, my full confession is I've gotten a little too obsessed with people doing this business. Certain people, single people, but why? I have a list. I should be obsessed with all of them saying yes, and I should put them all in a rotation. But I just want to tell you, the follow-up is the key. Go back to them. Is it every week? Is it every 2 weeks? The best follow-up that I ever found is adding value to their life. Watch what they post on Facebook. If they post and ask a question about, what's a great restaurant, message them. Don't comment. Don't be one of people that comment. If people ask if they should buy or lease a car, send them a message personally and let them know your experience. Give them all the value. Send them a name of a car person who might be able to get them a sweet deal. Get them a hookup. If they want to know about like a great siding company, you don't know siding company. I don't know about that. But you know what I do know? I know some incredible realtors who have great contacts in construction, in remodeling. So I send a message to Joy Marie and I say, hey, who do you recommend to people if they're residing their house? Is there somebody that you think is a great contractor? And then I message that person. I don't comment. I don't like that. And if I comment, I go, hey, I sent you a message with the name of a guy, his phone number, and I made a personal connection to my girlfriend who probably can get you an introduction, get you him to respond to you a little faster. And so there's Erica Rothenberger. If you're on this call, you're one of the best that I've ever known at connections, introducing people. She's an amazing connector. She adds value. When she's prospecting someone, if they're looking for a job in her field, she's literally introducing them to the people that can help them. Because when people, it's called the law of reciprocity. Do for me, I want to do for you. right? If I reached out and gave you $1, are you like so great? If I handed you a Starbucks gift card in the grocery store, what are you thinking? You're like, I got to do for that lady at least I can hold the door. Like, what do you do for people who give you things? If someone adds value into your life, don't you automatically want to give back to them? And so the greatest follow-up, if we're talking about follow-up, greatest follow-up I've ever found is adding value to someone's life. It can't always be about Isagenix. Your follow-up has to add value. Let's say they don't ask a question. What do? I write them and I mention something in their post. I ask them a question about something that they may have posted about, something in their profile picture, something they posted about 3 years ago. Hey, you mentioned that you really liked your Dyson vacuum. Has that held up? Guys, I'm always getting value from people and I'm just wondering about them. I want to know about them. Hey, what did you ever do? And I have a great friend who just became a lash technician. I'm asking her, like, whatever made you do that? You were a dental hygienist. Whatever made you go to the lash technician? Tell me more about it. I'm interested in her life. Guys, be interested in people. Be interested in adding value to them. And that's a great follow-up. The other thing is a lot of us aren't asking for the close. So if you're not using the collagen conversation, let's say it's a back and forth on the opportunity. Guys, at a certain point, sometimes I just want you to I want them to just ask, tell me what to do. I want them to just finish it off. And some people aren't ready to be the one to make the first move. They want you to make the first move. They want you to be the one who like leans in for the kiss. You got to do it. Okay. If that's a visual that just brings you to say like, it's time. You got to say, we're going out. This is happening tonight. And so what I want you to do is I want you to say to people, listen, you're going to love it. Are you ready? Is now the right timing for you? Are you ready to get started? We take Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and Discover. I will literally send you a link. You can use any one of them. You can even use PayPal. You will love this. It's money back guarantee. I tell people this is the easiest yes you'll ever say. The easiest. It's money. It's no risk. But you're going to love this product. And I want you in on the first wave. I want you here with us. I want you to be someone who goes to the moon with us and you have what it takes. And so in this, we're going to follow up, add value. Remind people how amazing they are. Tell them great things. Why does Ann White enroll so many people? Why does Holly Kirsch enroll so many people? The reason, one of the many reasons, is that they add a lot of value to people's lives. They make people feel great about themselves. Ann White likes me more than my own mother. And that is just awesome. She makes me feel so special. It's reciprocity in words. It's feeling. It's emotion. We truly buy from people who make us feel great, who literally remind us that we're good people. And honestly, just tell people great things, not because you want them to necessarily be part of your team, but honestly, it creates an energy for you that truly will boomerang to so many areas of your life. So we talked about a lot of things tonight. I know Lauren gave us such a great foundation on connecting, but I hope, guys, that you'll commit to remake a list, that we go fresh to be able to connect with those people. I truly pray you'll get out of your own way and stop attaching emotion to what people think about you, because the right people are looking. They're looking for this. Stop being so timid. You have what it takes. The runway is clear and the systems are in place. I believe in you. The best thing I will tell you, I go to bed thinking about all the people rising up, about people that will literally say, it's time. It wasn't time before, it's time now. If you're ready to rock, let's close this out. And I want you to put a 10 if you believe that it's the right time for you to go and grab the greatest team in the history of teams. 10. Look at you guys, Laura, Jamie, Lauren, Janelle, Sheila, Carrie, Kim, Katie, Lauren. Awesome. 10. It's time. It's time. It's simple. We've cleared the runway. We've given you the tools, a 3-step collagen conversation, the systems for conversion, a community that is clapping so loudly for you. It's deafening. Kathy Coover wants you at the top of this company. Lauren Frierson wants you at the top of this company. Everyone on the call wants you at the top of this company. And we believe in you. And you have an opportunity right now like none other in the history of this company. None other. I believe in you. And guys, let's go do it. Have a great night, everybody.